So I just wanted to do like a video, just a bit of it like an explainer video. If I was to start like a building company, for example, today, where I would start with the online side of it. So I think a website is probably the number one thing. I would do that before I even created the socials. Obviously, if you had your logo and all that ready, put together proper branding as well with like a style guide so that you understand what fonts you should have, the colors, how the look and feel of the brand should be so that you can get it consistent from the very start. And that just sets you up so that you look professional at all times. You don't have, confusing social media. Like I see all the time, I go on social media, I look at these builders that do really, really high-end building. They do great work and their renovations look unreal, but then their Instagram, some pictures have white backgrounds, some have dark backgrounds, and there's just like no consistency. So making sure you get that consistency in, and then building that out. So that's where your style guide comes in. Once you've done that, obviously doing the website. So building the website out, you don't need anything too complicated, just a home, about, services, a contact us page with the contact form on there. Definitely having the contact form on the home page as well. You don't want people to have to click more than once to be able to complete a form and contact you. It'll just increase your conversion rate, or the rate of people that will come to your website and actually reach out. You want to make it as easy as possible for people to reach out. A good example of this is you look at Amazon. So about 10 years ago, Amazon basically changed the game, because originally you had to put in your credit card details and all that, and Amazon, believe it or not, was one of the first that said, why don't we just save their card details on file? Now everyone does it, right? So they made it really, really simple so that when you went the second time, you could just click add to cart and then go through the process. You didn't have to put your card in again. They then went another level and then made it so you could just click buy now. And then not only would it just go straight to the cart, it would actually just do it all for you. The shipping, everything, all done. And then they started shipping out these little buttons with the actual stuff you would buy. So you could buy like laundry detergent, for example, and they'd ship a button that would connect to your Wi-Fi. And then every time you click that button, it automatically orders it from Amazon and gets it shipped straight to your place. So making it super easy and simple for people to contact you is really important. The other thing that I would do is I would showcase all of the work. So don't hold back. So, invest in a good quality camera, maybe some video gear, so that you can do just at the end of every job, spend 10-15 minutes to basically put together a quick little video reel and some good quality pictures. One, you can use it on your socials, but also creating a projects page on your website, and then having it with all of your projects listed. They can click in on it and it goes to an individualized page for that project, and then having that linked to things like Google Images, which should be done through proper SEO, and then even things like Pinterest images. People save images on Pinterest all the time when they're looking for renovation ideas, and trust me, if it comes up and they see a picture and they're like, say for example, they're based in Sydney, and they can see the headline of the image is Sydney Builder, not your business name, Sydney Builder or Sydney Renovations or something like that, and then they click on it, goes to your website, and they see, hey, these renovation ideas that I saved to this bathroom or whatever it was, they look amazing, and these guys are actually based in Sydney, where I am. So then it makes it really easy for them to reach out and contact you. So having that contact form on that project page as well, really, really important. The other case where I've seen this work really well is when people go out, they might be looking to buy a home, and they go to a couple of homes, and they look for them online for the images. And if you've renovated that home before it got listed and went online, they might actually see, okay, you renovated the home. They then might go and buy a house that needs some work, and they ring you and say, hey, we were looking for houses 6 months ago. We ended up buying a different house, but we really liked this one house, and we found out that you were the person who renovated it, or you were the person who built it. Could you come and give us a quote? We'd love some advice, you know. Positioning yourself as the expert in the field, and then using all of that content, you can then also run ads. So there's two main methods for digital advertising that I would look at. I wouldn't do offline advertising initially. Do billboards and you know, magazines and all that stuff when you're more established, you got more of a name, and you're really trying to scale, and the digital marketing side is just you know, it might be at its not maximum potential, but maximum growing potential. So it's growing at a rate, and there's not a whole lot more you can do to increase that rate. Then you look at billboards and doing all that sort of stuff like your bigger builders do. But initially, let's say you run Google Ads. So Google Ads will be your high intent. So people that are actively looking for renovations or builders or whatever it may be, and dragging them in and using long tail keywords. Your long tail keywords are going to be more affordable than your generic terms. Long tail keywords usually are higher intent based too. But you have to be careful. So to give you an example, you could have, I'm just trying to think of a really good example. You could have, someone might be looking for high-end bathroom renovations experts, Sydney. Okay, that's a really high intent term. Someone searching that is looking for exactly what they're searching for. Where you don't want to be too generic, you don't want to pull in people who are looking for inspiration or ideas, people that are even looking for jobs, for example, with renovation companies. You don't want to pull those people in. So don't have it too generic. Use those long tail keywords and you'll get those high intent people. You will pay a lot more for those leads than you would through something, platform like Meta, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. But generally your conversion rate should be a lot higher. So making sure you look at the metrics, you know, what's your click-through rate, and then what's the conversion rate from landing page view to leaving their details or providing you with a lead. The next step is Facebook advertising. Now, Facebook advertising isn't really search intent based at all. They do have some features that are a little bit search intent based through like Marketplace and that, but you're not going to get huge scale from that. Most of it's going to be what's called interruption marketing. Interruption marketing is bestly described as you're on your phone, you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and you know, an ad for a builder pops up, and you want to do a little bit of targeting. So Facebook's algorithm is really, really good. So you don't want to target too much, because then you won't give the algorithm much to work with. But you know, obviously basic things like, you know, people over the age of maybe 21 or 23, you know, your typical homeowners is who you want to target. I'd be careful targeting homeowners on Facebook though. In my experience, Facebook doesn't do a very good job of actually figuring out who's a homeowner and who's not. So yeah, just keep that in mind, be careful there. And then let it run. So when you do your ads, expect that it's going to take 7 to 14 days for the algorithm to really find who your audience is and send that out. And the smaller your budget is, the longer this will take. But you don't need to have a huge budget. Something like for Google Ads, I'd probably say between $80 and $100 per day per campaign. With Facebook ads, you can get away with a lot less. Anywhere between $30, even $50 is more than enough for the algorithm to figure out who your audience is within sort of 7 to 15 days. Unless you're targeting a really specific niche, that will be more than enough time. So hopefully that helps. That gives you an idea of sort of where I would start. Put a plan together so that you can really develop your business online, and make sure you don't rush things. Make sure you get it right from the start. It'll make your life a lot easier as you go to scale in the future. And if you get all the pieces and building blocks put into place, scaling will be easy. It'll just be a process, right? It'll just be a matter of, you know, am I getting enough Facebook posts a day? Am I doing videos? Am I doing everything that I need to? The actions and the process, and then the leads, the sales, and everything else will just come in naturally because you have put all the building blocks in place. So yeah, good luck. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Thanks, guys.